Hello friends, welcome to our channel Jay's Health House, where nature is the best healer. Through our channel, we want to create an awareness as to how to get cured of various diseases within the comfort of your houses without going to the hospital or without popping any medication. Therefore, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon in order to get all the future updates of the videos. Hope you all have watched our first video on detox and its benefits. Today we have for you a technique to kill the viruses with heat. This technique is used in Ayurveda and is developed by Dr. Biswarup Roy Chaudhary, who is famous for his nutrition and diet therapy to cure various diseases. So, first I would like to tell you all something about the defense mechanism of a body. Whenever a foreign body, that is a bacteria or a virus, enters our body's first reaction would be to recognize the enemy and to kill it. So, the first reaction would be fever, cough, cold, sneezing, or some kind of digestive problems. Therefore, whenever we have fever, it is not a disease itself, but it is a disease of the body where body feels little discomfort because of the entry of virus in the body. So when you have fever, instead of popping pills or spoiling your kidneys or liver with popping pills, use natural heat technique to reduce fever. As we know, a thorn can be used to remove the thorn. In the same way, heat can reduce the heat or temperature of the body. So before I show to you how to apply heat, let us understand what is the virus and how it creates trouble in our body. As we all know, virus can live only inside a living cell of a human being or animal. The virus in the environment or a bacteria in the environment cannot live. So a respiratory virus like the coronavirus, SARS or H1N1, these kind of viruses are known as the respiratory viruses where they can enter our body only through our nose or our mouth. So whenever this virus enters our body, the first defense mechanism of our body is we have a mucosal barriers. And the mucosal barriers are nothing but the mucus or the kind of a liquid which is present in our mouth or our digestive system, the mouth or our nose. So whenever the virus enters our mouth or through our nose, the nose stops it with the mucus or it binds with the mucus. So in order to stop the virus in our nose or in our mouth or before it goes into our lungs, we have to stop and kill the bacteria or the virus in our nose or in our mouth itself. So in order to create that environment in our mouth or in our body, we need to have a sufficient amount of vitamin C in our bodies. So in order to do that, we have to have at least or minimum zero point 0.2 grams or 2 milligrams of vitamin C every day in our diet. Now, popping a vitamin C pill is of no use, but we have to take the vitamin C in its natural form. That is, we can have a sweet lime or an orange or any fruit which is very rich in vitamin C. If at all we include that in our diet, we can create an environment within our mouth or we can have that acid in our mouth so that when the bacteria or the virus enters the respiratory system through our mouth or our nose, we can stop it there itself. So this is a mucosal barrier. So whenever a virus or a bacteria enters our system through our mouth or our nose, before it goes down to our lungs or whether instead of sliding down into our mouth or into our body, it stays there for 2 to 3 days. So within this time, in this 2 to 3 days, if at all we take some sufficient action or some kind of techniques, then we can stop further infection into our bodies. So one of the techniques to stop or to clear this bacteria or this virus when it enters our nose itself, we have a technique called Jal Neti, which is an Ayurvedic technique, which I'll be showing to you how to do it at the end of this video. So we can use this, or we can always use ginger. We can smell ginger. This ginger will help as an antibacterial or antiviral drug. So whenever you smell ginger, the viruses or bacteria will stop further going down into our system. But if at all the virus goes further into our system and goes into our lungs, then our lungs, the alveoli, or what the sacs, the air sacs, what we call, that will be filled with the fluid, and it will go into different kind of complications. And further, whenever there is a liquid in the lungs, we have to go for further ventilation or those kind of complications. So instead of doing all these things, whenever the virus enters into our body, or whenever we have the first symptoms like fever, cough or cold, if at all we take sufficient actions or some kind of a techniques, then we can easily heal without going into further complications or going to the hospital. So today I'll be showing to you what are the ingredients required to do this heat technique and how we have to do it in the comfort of our houses itself. So here are the ingredients which are required to do this technique. First, we need the flask for hot water. Then we need a cup to drink the hot water. Then we need a sauce bottle, which is a little bit modified for the jalneti, which I'll be showing to you later how to do it. Then we have a lemon. Then we have salt. Then we have some Epsom salt or some essential oils. As you can see, this essential oils. Then we need a tub or a bucket where you have to keep your legs in the water. So you need a bucket where the water comes up to your knee level. So I have used this tubs here. Then you need one more bucket which is very hot, which has a very hot water. Now you can see the bucket. I did not have a bigger bucket where the water comes up to the knee level, so I have used this tubs. Now the temperature of the water to keep your legs should be 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. And in the bucket you have to take much hot water, that is around 60 to 65 degrees Celsius, because whenever the water gets cold in the tub where you have kept your legs, you have to keep adding the hot water. So the temperature of the bucket where you have kept your legs should be 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, and it has to be done for about half an hour. So whenever you have kept your legs in the water, in the hot water, also you have to have a cup of hot water, that is almost 500 ml of hot water. Now the heat should be around 80 to 85 degrees, or the water should be so hot that it will be you'll be able to drink it. It should not burn your tongue, but it has to be very hot. You have to have it as hot as possible with some kind of a lemon drops in the water which you're. Now, where you have immersed your legs in that hot water, you have to add a little bit of Epsom salt with the, I have here eucalyptus or the tea tree Epsom salt, or you can add some kind of essential oils. Now the essential oils or this the aromatic Epsom salt, it will help you to relax. So since you have fever, or you might have some, you may not be able to sleep well. So whenever you use some lavender oil or any kind of essential oil or this Epsom salt, the aromatic Epsom salt, it will act as an aromatherapy also, and it will relaxes your body and it will help to rejuvenate. So that is why you have to maintain the temperature of the water where you have kept your legs to 40 to 45 degrees, and the water what you are drinking should be 80 to 85 degrees, or where up to your tongue can tolerate the. Now you might have a question that the heat will increase the heat in the body, but it will reduce the temperature of the body. Now whenever you have fever, they say that you should apply cold water to your head. Now while we are dipping our legs in the hot water, after 15 minutes to half an hour, you can see that your body's temperature also comes down. Now this is the magic of this particular therapy. By applying heat, you can reduce the heat. Now taking a pill, for example a paracetamol or Dolo 650, what we call in India. So while popping these tablets, it has lot of side effects on your body, like your liver or your kidney can be affected by taking too many pills. Now with this technique, by applying this heat using the hot water, there won't be any kind of side effects, but it will be beneficial for your body, as it will increase the heat and it will disintegrate the virus in the body. Because as we all know that COVID virus or any kind of a virus, whenever the heat increases in the body, or whenever we apply heat directly to the virus will disintegrate. So the same technique is used in vaccination also. So vaccines are nothing but, by using heat, you destroy the virus, but you use the protein of the virus to create a vaccination. So this is how the COVID-19 or any kind of vaccinations are created in the labs. So by using this kind of a natural technique, it will not have any kind of a bad effect on your body, but in turn it will help you, because using hot water, it acts as a fermentation, and where most of the body pain, or if at all you have any kind of a lower body pain in your legs or in your muscles, the pain will reduce, and also it will improve your sleep. So whenever you add lavender oil is known for improving the sleep quality. So it will relaxes your body, and also the Epsom salt, if at all you use, it is known as a pain reducer or a detoxer. So the water, whatever toxins are in a body, will go out in the form of salts. It will get dissolved in the water. So that is why these kind of a different benefits are available by using this kind of a water technique or heat technique. Now, this is effective. If at all you take a tablet, you might have to wait for 2 to 3 hours to reduce your fever. But with this technique, what I showed you just now, the water technique or a heat technique, the fever will reduce within the span of 30 minutes. So if at all you sit with your legs immersed in the hot water for 30 minutes, your fever will be reduced within that time. So if at all you have a very high fever, if at all you do this technique 2 to 3 times in a day, you can cure your fever within a day itself. So you need not take any kind of a medication. Along with this technique, you can also take some natural food. You can take tender coconut water. It will hydrate you, and it has lot of nutrients. You can take orange juice, or you can take musambi juice or a sweet lime juice. This is very high in vitamin C, and it will help to cure the fever. So that is why these are the natural techniques which you can use, and without any doubt or without any fear of the side effects in your body. So friends, here I am going to show you the Jalneti technique now. For Jalneti technique, the ingredients which are required are one sauce bottle or a squishy bottle, where you can squeeze the bottle to bring the water out of the bottle, and you need one tub where the water which is coming out from your mouth or from your nose to be collected. So in the squishy bottle or the sauce bottle, you have to have hot water. The heat of the water should not be more than 35 to 40 degree. You have to add a little bit of salt to the water, and it should be the salty water which you should use to do the Jalneti technique. Now I will show you how to do the Jalneti technique. Now you have to hold your neck, or your head should be in a such a position that whenever you put that water from one nostril, the water has to go from one nostril and it has to come out from the another nostril. So you have to tilt your head, or you have to hold your head by bending a little down. You have to hold it in such a way that the water goes from one nostril and come from the another nostril. So here is a technique. So you have to put the bottle, and you have to squeeze the water into one nostril and tilt your head in such a way that it comes out from another nostril. Now you can see the water is coming from the another nostril. So this way it will help wherever you have a blocked nose, or you have a sinus issue. This kind of a technique can be used to clear your nostrils. You can see that the water is coming out from one nostril, and it is going from inside from another nostril. You can see the water is coming out. In the same way, you have to tilt in the other side to clear the other side also. So you have to tilt your head in both the sides, so that you put water from one side and it has to come from another side. Now we know how being at home we can treat any fever or viral infection without putting any drug or medication into our body. So let us share this video with people we care for, and let us stop abusing our bodies by popping different medications unnecessarily. God has created us with wonderfully and with healing powers in the nature, and they are available in abundance. Hence, let us make use of the nature in a good way and stay healthy and happy, because a healthy body is also a happy soul. Next week, same time, we will come up with another video to tell you all how to naturally cure your constipation problems. Stay tuned and stay safe, because nature is the best healer always. Thank you.